Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an exciting discussion topic on an insurance policy clause that is applicable to homeowners or domestic package insurance, and that is, alternative accommodation clause. If you've ever wondered what happens when your home becomes uninhabitable due to unexpected events like fires, floods, or natural disasters, this video is for you. The alternative accommodation clause is a provision found in various insurance policies that offers a safety net and financial support during challenging times. Imagine waking up one day to find your home severely damaged, rendering it temporarily unlivable. It's a daunting situation, and the immediate concern is finding a safe place to stay while repairs or restoration work takes place. That's where the alternative accommodation clause comes into play. In this video, we'll break down the alternative accommodation clause and explore its application in different types of insurance policies. We'll discuss how this clause provides coverage for temporary housing, reimbursement for additional living expenses, and helps maintain your standard of living when unexpected strikes come. Whether you're a homeowner, renter, or even a frequent traveler, understanding the alternative accommodation clause is essential to ensure you have the protection and support you need in times of crisis. We'll shed light on its importance, how it works, and what factors to consider when reviewing your insurance policy. So, if you're ready to gain valuable insights into the alternative accommodation clause and learn how it can make a difference in your life, stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of our informative videos. Let's jump right in and explore the world of the alternative accommodation clause together. Get ready for an enlightening journey. Definition of alternative accommodation clause and its application in domestic package policy, also referred to as homeowners insurance policy. The alternative accommodation clause is a provision that offers coverage for additional living expenses incurred by the policyholder when their home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered peril. It provides reimbursement for the costs of temporary accommodation, such as hotel expenses or rental costs, while repairs or restoration work is being carried out on the insured property. A domestic package policy will cover the material damage and, in this case, cater for the cost of repair or restoration of the house back to its original habitable state. However, the period between the occurrence of the damage and eventual restoration takes time due to the claims processes, reconstruction or restoration approvals and construction or restoration period. In this period, the insured person must look for a place to stay, at a cost. These are the costs that are to be covered under alternative accommodation extension under buildings insurance. The specific details of the alternative accommodation clause can vary between insurance policies, so it's important to review the policy wording or consult with your insurance provider to understand the exact terms and conditions. Here are some key points to consider. 1. Covered perils. The clause typically applies when the insured property becomes uninhabitable due to damage caused by specified perils, such as fire, explosion, flood, storm, or other covered events. It may exclude certain perils, so make sure to check the policy for a comprehensive list. 2. Maximum coverage limit. The policy may impose a limit on the amount the insurance company will reimburse for alternative accommodation expenses. This limit can vary depending on the policy terms and the level of coverage selected by the policyholder. 3. Time frame. Alternative accommodation coverage is typically provided for a specific period, usually stated in the policy. This period typically begins from the time when the property becomes uninhabitable until it is deemed fit for occupancy again. 4. Reasonable expenses. The policy will typically reimburse reasonable expenses for temporary accommodation, considering factors such as the insured's usual living standards and the duration of the displacement. It's important to keep receipts and documentation to support your claim. 5. Additional coverage. In some cases, the alternative accommodation clause may also cover additional expenses related to the displacement, such as meals or transportation costs incurred during the period of temporary accommodation. Remember to review your policy document or consult with your insurance provider to understand the specific terms, conditions, and limitations of the alternative accommodation clause in your domestic package policy. Importance of alternative accommodation clause under domestic's package policy. The alternative accommodation clause in a domestic package policy is of significant importance for several reasons. 1. Temporary housing. If your home becomes uninhabitable due to a covered event, such as a fire or flood, having access to alternative accommodation is crucial. The clause ensures that you have a place to stay while your home is being repaired or restored. It provides peace of mind and minimizes the disruption to your daily life. 2. Financial protection. Finding and paying for temporary accommodation can be costly, especially if you have to stay in a hotel or rent a furnished apartment for an extended period. The alternative accommodation clause provides financial protection by reimbursing you for these additional living expenses. It helps alleviate the financial burden and prevents you from depleting your savings or incurring significant debt. 3. Maintaining standard of living. The clause aims to ensure that you can maintain a similar standard of living while your home is uninhabitable. It covers the cost of accommodation that is comparable to your usual living conditions, reducing the impact on your quality of life during the displacement period. 4. Timely repairs. By providing coverage for alternative accommodation, the clause encourages prompt repairs or restoration of your home. Insurance companies understand the importance of getting policyholders back into their homes as soon as possible. The provision of temporary housing allows for the necessary repairs to be carried out efficiently without delays caused by the policyholder's inability to find suitable accommodation. 5. Comprehensive coverage. The alternative accommodation clause is often included as part of a comprehensive domestic package policy that covers various perils and risks. It provides an added layer of protection for homeowners, ensuring that they have coverage not only for property damage but also for the resulting displacement. Overall, the alternative accommodation clause plays a vital role in domestic package policies by offering financial protection, maintaining living standards, and expediting the restoration process. It provides policyholders with essential support during challenging and disruptive time, ensuring they have a safe place to stay while their home is being repaired or restored. Application of alternative accommodation clause in other insurance policies. While the alternative accommodation clause is commonly associated with domestic package policies, similar provisions may also exist in other types of insurance policies. Here are a few examples. 1. Commercial property insurance. Commercial property insurance policies may include a similar clause that covers the cost of alternative accommodation for businesses if their commercial property becomes unusable due to a covered event. This provision helps ensure business continuity by providing reimbursement for the costs of temporary workspace or office rentals during the restoration period. In some policies, i.e., fire insurance, the most appropriate name for this clause is increased cost of working or increased cost of doing business. These are expenses that a business incurs if they are forced to look for a different, but temporary workspace during renovations and restorations after damage to their usual working space occasioned by an insured risk. 2. Travel insurance. Some travel insurance policies may include an alternative accommodation clause that offers coverage for additional living expenses if your accommodation at the travel destination becomes uninhabitable due to unforeseen circumstances, such as a natural disaster or hotel closure. It provides reimbursement for the cost of alternative accommodation while you are away from home. 3. Landlord insurance. Landlord insurance policies may include an alternative accommodation clause that covers the cost of temporary housing for tenants if their rental property becomes uninhabitable due to a covered event. This provision helps protect landlords by ensuring that their tenants have a place to stay while repairs or renovations are being carried out. 4. Motor insurance. A similar concept, though not related in so far as accommodation is concerned, is the loss of use coverage in motor insurance. This is a valuable provision that helps protect you from financial losses when your vehicle is damaged and temporarily unusable due to an accident, theft, or other covered events. It provides coverage for the expenses associated with renting a replacement vehicle or alternative means of transportation while your vehicle is being repaired or replaced. These are just but a few examples to underscore the application and practice of alternative accommodation. It's important to note that the specific terms, conditions, and coverage limits of the alternative accommodation clause can vary between different insurance policies and providers. Therefore, it's crucial to carefully review your policy documentation or consult with your insurance provider to understand the precise application of the alternative accommodation clause in your specific insurance coverage. Thank you for watching. We are glad to introduce to you a new segment, Important Insurance Clauses, which will air every Mondays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Be sure to join us and let's have some fun learning insurance.